Good afternoon, students, or good evening whenever you're viewing this. Today we're going to talk a little bit about personification. What is personification? Personification is a form of figurative language. It's when writers use characteristics in writing that give human qualities and characteristics to objects. Why is this a good thing? Well, when a writer uses personification, it makes their writing better. They get style points for their writing, and style is the unique way that each person writes. So having a unique style is important and appreciated in your writing. Let's take a look at some practice sentences. The first one I have for you today is, "My computer hates me." Well, sometimes you can feel like your computer hates you, but it's not a human. It doesn't have the feeling of hate. But a writer uses personification to show you that the computer is misbehaving. So in this case, with the sentence, "My computer hates me," the computer in this case is given human characteristics. It's the object that's being personified. The computer has the feeling of hate, and this is the human quality or characteristic that's being given to the computer. In this sentence, "The camera loves me," the camera is the object that's being personified, and the way it's being personified is by using the word loves. Camera doesn't really live, so it can't really love you, but in this case, it's figurative language. In this sentence, where it says, "Art is a jealous mistress," art in this case is the object or the idea. Art isn't living, so it can't really be jealous, but again, that's the point of personification. Art has a feeling of jealousy, and that is the human quality or characteristic that is being given. In the sentence, "The wind yells while blowing," the wind is the object, and what it's doing is it's yelling. Now let's look at some example problems that you can try. The first one I have for you is the sentence, "Opportunity knocked on the door." So the two questions you have to ask yourself: what is being personified? So what object in this sentence, or what quality or idea is being personified? And then when you find that out, you have to think to yourself, what characteristic is being given to it? So when we check our sentence, "Opportunity knocked on the door," opportunity is given the human characteristics. So in this case, it's the object being personified in the sentence. Opportunity in this case is knocking on the door. It knocked on the door. So this is the human quality or characteristic that's being given to the word opportunity. Now take some time and go ahead and look at these sentences. There's 4 of them. Okay, so I want you to think about what is being given the human characteristics in the sentence first. And then when you find out what the object is, I want you to think about what quality or ability is being given that personifies that object. So your first 4 sentences are, "The sun greeted me this morning," "Snow had wrapped a white blanket over the city," "Time never waits for anyone," and "Trees were dancing with the wind." So go ahead and take a few minutes, seconds, however long you need, to try and figure it out. Okay, let's check our answers. You ready? Okay. In the first sentence, "The sun greeted me this morning," the object that's being personified is sun. And what did the sun do? Well, it greeted me this morning. So the sun is the object, and the way it was personified was being given the quality or characteristic of greeting you. In our next sentence, snow had wrapped a white blanket over the city. Okay, so the object in this case that's being personified is snow. And what did it do? Well, it wrapped a white blanket over the city. Okay. In our third sentence, time never waits for anyone. The object that's being personified is time. Time doesn't do this. What does it do? It never waits for anyone. And then the last one, trees were dancing with the wind. Let's see. Do you know the answer? Good. Trees. Trees were doing what? They were dancing with the wind. All right, students. So as we wrap up our little mini lesson on personification, there's a few things that we need to keep in mind. Personification is when an object is given human qualities. So we ask ourselves two self-check questions. What object is being given human qualities, and then what qualities are being given to the object? Remember when you write your sentences that your sentences need to make sense in context. So a sentence like, "You need to be careful of what you say because the walls have ears," makes more sense than "the moon danced." Okay, well, why did the moon dance? Set the stage for your reader. Make sure you use personification appropriately, and most of all, have fun with it. Add some style to your writing, and always try to go that extra little mile in your writing. See you later.